Have you ever noticed how the price increase of a gallon of milk feels different from the price increase of a new car, even if both went up by the same percentage? What makes some changes feel more impactful on your budget than others? This feeling relates directly to how economic measurements account for your everyday spending. Each item in the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, basket is weighted according to the proportion of income that an average urban household typically spends on that specific good or service. This means that items you spend more money on will have a larger influence on the overall inflation rate than items you spend less on. This weighting method is crucial because it ensures the CPI accurately reflects the inflation experience of the typical consumer. The goal is not just to measure how much prices change, but how those changes impact your actual purchasing power. By assigning weights based on expenditure shares, the CPI provides a more realistic picture of the cost of living, reflecting that a 10% increase in housing costs, which is a major household expense, affects consumers for more significantly than a 10% increase in the price of, say, a specific brand of chewing gum. This data is rigorously collected through surveys like the Consumer Expenditure Survey, which tracks what households buy and how much they spend. For the calculation, imagine your total monthly budget is 100%. If you spend 30% of your budget on housing, then housing's price changes will contribute 30% to the overall CPI change. Conversely, if you spend only 1% on a specific recreational activity, that activity's price change will only contribute 1%. This practical application allows analysts to see which sectors are driving inflation and how directly it impacts the typical household's wallet. It is also important to note that these weights are not static. Consumer spending habits evolve over time due to new products, technological advancements, and economic shifts. For instance, the relative importance or weight of categories like entertainment or communication has changed considerably over the decades as new technologies emerge. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, regularly updates these weights and the composition of the CPI basket to ensure it remains relevant and representative of current consumer behavior. Understanding how items are weighted in the CPI helps us appreciate that this key economic indicator is more than just a simple average of prices. It is a sophisticated measure designed to mirror the financial realities of household budgets, providing an essential tool for policymakers to assess economic stability and for individuals to grasp the true cost of living.